What was going through Jesus' mind when Judas kissed him? Have you ever asked yourself that? Not what the crowd saw, not what the soldiers expected, not even what Judas felt, but what Jesus was feeling. What was stirring in the heart of the Son of God when one of his closest friends stepped out of the shadows and gave him the kiss of death? Let's go back to that moment. The garden is quiet but heavy. Jesus is praying, sweating drops of blood, crying out in agony. He knows what's coming. He's been telling the disciples for months. And then the torches appear through the trees. The mob arrives, armed, angry, and ready for blood. And leading them is Judas, not a stranger, not a Roman, not a priest, but one of the 12. A man Jesus chose personally. A man Jesus trusted, taught, fed, walked beside. Judas steps forward and greets him with a kiss. Do you know what that kiss meant? In their culture, it was a symbol of honor. A kiss on the cheek, something a disciple gave a rabbi. It was a public sign of respect, devotion, love. And Judas used that sacred sign to mark Jesus for death. It was treachery disguised as tenderness. And yet, Jesus stood still. He didn't recoil. He didn't push Judas away. He didn't cry, "Traitor." He didn't call down fire from heaven. He looked at Judas, knowing everything, and said the most shocking words imaginable. "Friend, do what you came to do." Friend. How? How could he say that? Because in that moment, Jesus wasn't thinking like you or me. He wasn't driven by rage. He wasn't paralyzed by betrayal. He was moved by love. Not just for the world, but for Judas. He didn't see a villain. He saw a soul lost in darkness. He knew Judas's heart. He knew the guilt would crush him. He knew what 30 silver coins would cost him. And even then, he called him friend. Because Jesus' love doesn't die in the presence of betrayal. It breaks, yes, but it doesn't end. You see, Jesus wasn't caught off guard. He chose the cross. He could have slipped away. He could have called 12 legions of angels. He could have escaped in the darkness, but he stayed because he saw you. He saw me. And he knew that salvation required sacrifice. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you've loved, if you've ever had a friend lie, leave, or use you, Jesus understands. He doesn't just sympathize. He knows. He felt the sting of betrayal on his cheek. He watched the pain walk away, holding silver in its pocket. He let it happen because his love is bigger than betrayal. And maybe today you don't relate to Jesus. Maybe you relate to Judas. Maybe you've made choices you regret. Maybe you've sold out something sacred. Maybe you've betrayed someone's trust or betrayed your own soul. And you think God could never forgive me. But listen, that kiss didn't stop Jesus from loving Judas. And your mistakes don't stop him from loving you. He still calls you friend. He still holds out grace. But it's not too late to turn back unless you refuse to take his hand. That kiss was a turning point, the beginning of the end, and yet it was also the beginning of our hope. Because Jesus walked forward from that betrayal into the arrest, into the trial, into the beatings, into the cross. All so that we, the ones who have failed, betrayed, lied, or denied, could be forgiven, could be healed, could be called friend. So, what was Jesus thinking when Judas kissed him? He was thinking, I still love you. This pain won't stop me. The world is about to change because I will not turn away. That's the love of Jesus. Not weak, not naive, but strong enough to face betrayal and still choose the cross. Amen. God bless you, my friends. Bye-bye.